Hello, welcome back to part 2. He's still here, and so is she. Now, back on the island, Jacob isn't in the cabin when Alana's looking for him. I have a little theory that Jacob doesn't actually go in the cabin. He's sort of projected in there, which is why he was all a bit... You don't buy that theory?
Yeah, I can't think of anything better though, so I'm going to have to stick with it.
Well, okay, well, why isn't he in the cabin? Because they go in, and they see that the what is it? Not salt wax.
It's like the ash.
Thank you. The ash has been broken. They're all a bit. Ooh, the ash has been broken.
But it's not. I don't see the kind of significance of the cabin and why he would be in there, unless. Yeah, I don't know because that's not his home. His home is under the statue.
But hang on, we didn't even see what was on the rag that was knifed into the wall. Oh, it was just the map. Was it?
No, it wasn't the map. It was It
was the statue.
It was the It was like the statue.
Oh, okay.
So that's obviously where they had to go.
Right.
And she says someone else has been using the cabin. Now, someone has been, of course, Christian Shepherd and Claire.
Yeah, and we haven't seen either at all. I thought we'd see Claire or Christian.
Didn't see Claire this whole season, did we?
No, we saw Christian in that flashback, but not as in the form he's got on the island. So,
well, if you think about it, we've seen Christian Shepherd and kind of playing a bit of time chess with each of the Losties.
Yeah.
We've also seen Jacob, playing time chess as well. I think we've been seeing them both manipulate time.
Hang on a minute. So there is a third.
Well, no.
What if Christian Shepherd's one of Jacob and
he's going to be...
We haven't got a name for the other guy yet.
The dark guy, let's call him.
Yeah. But maybe there's a third one, yeah. Maybe Christian is actually one of these people as well. So...
Well, Christian could be similar to Locke in that they both crashed on the island dead. And suddenly they're kind of simply walking around. So it would be that Christian is perhaps working for Jacob. Christian's body is working for Jacob.
Oh, I see. So
Christian
Flock could have been
Christian.
Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah.
Now you get
Hey,
it.
Christian.
Are you following this, kids? Because I haven't got a clue what's going on.
Yeah.
It's too complicated.
No, I've got it. Yeah. So
okay.
curly-haired, black-haired dude was sort of possessing or being the image of Christian, and then because he can't do both at the same time, he's let that one go, and now he's Flock.
Yeah,
and he's sort of doing that.
He's also the Black Smoke as well. That's why I throw that in there.
Maybe.
So he was Alex at some point.
he was Phalix.
Phalix.
So have we got that right?
the Phalix being the fake Alex is
with an X. Yeah.
Jack suddenly becomes very convinced that Faraday's ill thought out, badly conceived, flimsy plan is actually going to work. And there's that wonderful bit where Mal said, have any of you thought that maybe the incident is what Jack does, is the bomb going off, and not, that maybe he causes it?
Which is a nice touch, because I think we'd all been screaming that at the TV to they need to be aware of that.
Why is he so determined that that's the right thing to do?
Well, maybe because whatever happened. Like someone has to create the incident.
Well, it's a chance for him to fix things again, in his way.
Fixer.
He's had nothing to fix, really, has he?
Yeah.
He brought everyone back to the island. He fixed that. Now he's kind of he was twiddling his thumbs a bit, kind of, what do I do now?
Well, he says it's because Kate. He says because Kate, he wanted Kate, he had Kate, he lost Kate, and the best that he can hope for is to end up back on that plane, land in LA, and have never known her, which is.
But then he said, "Oh, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be." It's like a big leap of faith.
We've got to be so careful here because it looked like Juliet died, and. Can I say that myself and PT here had tears in our eyes? It was genuine tears in our eyes.
It was really traumatic, though, that whole sequence.
And Tom was crying, but didn't. He just went all silent.
It was cliffhanger all over again with Sylvester Stallone his best mate is he's got his wife and it's just like no.
Yeah,
and then
it had all the emotional gravitas of a Stallone movie. Yeah, exactly.
Right. But they did do a little tiny cheat in that she didn't die falling down that thing. So she's now in the same situation as everybody who is above that well, in that she then died in the explosion. So Saeed probably didn't die from the gunshot wound. He died from the explosion, as did Jack.
I see. Kate, Even if they're close to death, they still die.
They still died because of the explosion, which means they can still end up on that plane. She can still end up back, in her home. Yeah, exactly. So there's a thing, but it was very sad when she fell.
Because I think
I always love you.
But all the kind of naysayers about like you could tell in that moment, that one moment with the chains, that they do genuinely love each other.
My prediction for season 6 that at some point in the future, Sawyer and Juliet will meet as if for the first time and fall in love.
I hope so. Yeah.
That's what's going to happen. You had a brilliant idea that maybe
it didn't work out.
It would have been so good. They should have done this. Well, tell them what you think was going to happen when they were on the submarine.
Do the voices.
Well, I thought they were going to go off the submarine and kind of carry on their lives. And because it's 30 years in the future, everyone else would get back into the 30 years in the past. Everyone else would get back to the future, and we see a really old Sawyer.
Yeah, turning up.
Going, oh,
that would have been awesome.
Hello, I'm really old Sawyer, or something. There you go. So,
Rose and Bernard turn up. We knew they would. And Vincent, I forgot about Vincent.
Still Vincent, yeah.
Bernard's beard.
It's amazing. You've seen Anchorman,
I love it. Yeah. Oh, terrible film. But I hate Anchorman. Awful film. But and they seem. I mean, there's some great lines in this program, aren't there? Very clever lines where they quite often the writers say what some of us are thinking sometimes. Yeah. And Hurley is normally the conduit for that. When Rose says, "Well, you're off blowing things up. We're here in paradise. We're 30 years back in time. You're still running around shooting each other. Get over it." Which is very nice.
And I loved it when they were saying, "Yeah, but you're going to die," and they were like, "So be it."
But
that's a lovely moment.
But that was kind of Jacob's attitude at the beginning of the show in that scene, where it's kind of this is why we can't bring him onto the island, because
bring them into paradise.
Yeah, but they kind of accepted it. And
are they Adam and Eve? I think that Rose and Bernard is going to be the Adam and indeed the Eve.
Or the whole Desmond theory the fans have got as well.
Oh, where was Desmond?
No, Desi.
Oh, where was Desmond? I just remembered Desmond wasn't in it.
I had to throw that in.
Oh, Desi.
Yeah.
Oh, nuts. It wasn't as good as I thought it was.
It's got a point taken off and no Des.
Oh, nuts. Just a moment's silence to think about Desi.
Why wasn't he in it?
And Penny. Yeah.
What was he? He's in hospital.
He's in hospital. But I thought he was going to turn up in the boat at some point.
But he has. Yeah, he does.
I've got an email from Jane. Well, Kate finally got what she wanted. Juliet dead and out of the way. This had to have come from a girl, didn't it? So she can play Jack and Sawyer off one another again. I don't buy the whole claim she was coming back to save everyone. She just wanted to mess up Juliet and Sawyer's plans for a happy life.
Well, Kate claimed she was coming out for a Claire, wasn't it?
Yes, but the thing of going back onto the submarine, I guess, would it was wonderful when Sawyer and Juliet saying, I love you, and suddenly Kate turns up and like, ooh, he's here.
That's bad.
Despite Dr. Chang's claims and excitement, they carry on doing the drilling.
Yeah.
Again, a great bit where, probably my favourite scene in the entire thing, apart from when Sawyer decided he beat someone up, is when Dr. Chang says to Hurley, "Are you from the future?" "No." "What year were you born?" 1931.
Yeah, it's fab. No, the Korean War bit, there wasn't one. Yeah, it's brilliant.
Why doesn't Rosinsky listen to Chang? Rosinsky seems hell-bent on doing this at whatever cost.
Yeah, I've never trusted him. I think he could be, from the
dark side.
But I think that
it's quite an interesting thing. I think he becomes incredibly regretful when he works out what he's caused, and that's one.
Is the hatch actually going to get built?
Yes,
that's still going to happen.
100%.
Well, the nod to Chang losing the arm, as you say, we've seen the orientation videos, so the whole Dharma initiative still happens. They still do the experiments, and he has the arm missing and does the instruction.
We were waiting for that to come, and when it did, it got a big cheer.
It was
a man losing his arm.
And around that time, Phil, who we all hate anyway,
little
weasel, getting all the spearing.
That was good. Good bit of spearing there.
Best death that was for the season. Excellent.
I'm surprised the bomb didn't blow up when Jack tossed it down the well. I suspect Sai's bomb-making skills aren't quite as good.
Maybe it's the island.
Juliet had to hit the bomb 8 times to make it blow up. Did you enjoy the ending? I tell you what I think about the ending. I thought it was very, very exciting. But they have now got a blank page. They can come back with anything now.
They've got 2 options.
It's that binary.
It is that simple.
Please.
It's either they actually have changed the future,
and
the beginning of the next series will be them kind of at the airport all over again, kind of AKA
season one,
or everything, whatever happened has happened, and they'll get ported back to the future to kind of carry on the timeline with Flock and the others.
But if that happens, as Miles was pointing out, maybe the incident is what always happened.
Yeah.
They'll still crash. Because the incident was just the incidents. They'll still build the Swan, Desmond still won't print. So it's just a loop.
Yes.
So
whatever happened. So you've got 2 choices.
So what, are we going to see season 1 all over again?
Well, no, that's what I mean. That's why I think that.
So that can't happen. So there isn't 2 options. They can't repeat season 1.
Well, they could do.
That would be rubbish.
So they're in charge of the show. They can do what they want.
Yeah.
I'm leaning more towards
something different.
well, no, it's them. Whatever happened. Someone gets built.
Yes, that would kind of make sense. But then they go back. They then arrive in 2007 and they have adventures.
Yes.
There.
Or the Faraday element that he says, but there are variables and that you can change things. So maybe a mixture of what you said, that it will look like it's a repeat, but then something has changed. Time has changed.
Rubbish though. They can't change time. No one's been able to change time in this show, even though it seems like it at all. Okay. Everything has happened.
If the bomb's gone off, then everyone on the island is dead, though, aren't they? That's a nuclear bomb.
It's big, yeah. It's a big bang.
Powerful. Everyone's been evacuated, though.
Well, not everybody. Dr. Chan, he still has to make some orientation videos.
They did tell them to go, run as far away as possible, kind of make sure you're out the blast. They'll survive. Of course they will.
Okay, we've got an email from Boothie Boy. Boothie Boy says, I believe the bomb did detonate, but instead the Losties were transported by a time shift back to the island's present time, which will explain the white light at the end of the episode.
Yeah, good. Thank you. Yeah.
Well, hang on, just because Boothie Boy says it doesn't mean it's not. This isn't Carlton or Damon that have emailed in. It's Boothie Boy.
You never know. It could be Carlton.
The last words uttered by Jacob, "They're coming," is a reference to the Losties coming back to the future. That kind of makes sense. They were brought back forward because they had unwittingly caused the incident, as Miles had mentioned. The fact they would appear alive in the present suggests Jack didn't change the future and they still crashed in 2004. Whatever happened, happened. Yeah, that kind of goes along with what you're saying.
That's pretty much word for word.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good.
Are you Boothie Boy?
Yes. No.
I'm going to do that whole series. Just want to get off it. Stroke your chin as though you're a little cat. Oh, I love it. Could eat him up. So we've got that kind of horrible... No Lost for several months, which always leaves me feeling a little bit empty. I could go home and close the curtains and stay in bed for months. What would you like to see happening in season 6? What do you think we're going to see in season 6?
I want to see Desmond have a really key role in fixing fixing some bad thing which happened in the show, and I want Juliet alive and well and eventually being with Sawyer. There. That's all I want.
I think that's definitely going to happen. What do you think we're going to see in season 6, Tom? Take that grumpy look off your face and tell the boys and girls your thoughts.
What would I like to see? I would like to see more kind of integration between future Losties and past Losties.
Yeah.
When they first get to the island, all the weird stuff was happening. That happened was in fact the other guys. I want to see Ben get told to go back and pretend to be Henry Gale.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Jack,
that'd be really good.
Some of the guys, and so he goes, full well goes to the Swan and gets tortured. And when you think that he doesn't know about it, well, of course he knows about it. It's him from the past. I want all the Losties to come back alive. I want to see what's happening at the temple.
Yeah, well, thank you for that, Tom. Great stuff there. Thank you very much. We've had an email from Fred Lorenzo, who was one of the entries for the biggest Lost Geek. Remember, we said he was all talk for saying he was going to watch all 104 episodes of Lost back to back in one sitting. He's never going to do it.
That's going to take a lot of chocolate bars.
He's going to do it. He's called our bluff. So well done, Fred. And he's doing it to raise money for spinal research. So if you want to follow his marathon on Twitter or sponsor him, head to lostmarathon.com. Lostmarathon.com.
That's pretty.
Yeah, well done. Good lad. Now, we can't finish without an end of season Facebook check.
This is it. Surely this is it. This is the.
Okay, this is the Facebook group set up for Paul Terry, Geeky Tom, and myself. I Love Paul Terry has 133.
Astounding.
I Love Iain Lee has 126. I got less than you. How has that happened?
Yeah, but when you compare them to the other...
How has that happened? But
massive ones.
I Love Geeky Tom.
7,000.
It's not that impressive, actually. It's 570, but it's still pretty good. Yeah? You should invite them all round to your house for tea at the same time. That'd be nice. Paul Terry, a pleasure as always.
And you, sir.
Tell you what, sum up the whole season for us. The whole season in... Can I have just a paragraph or a sentence? Get out of it. I want the whole season in 3. Give me 3 words.
Okay. Emotional, devastating, unstoppable.
Oh, well done. And Tom, could you start the series in song? Come on.
It was rather
Brilliant. Thank you, boys. I shall see you at some point in the near future, I'm sure. Make sure you keep checking sky.com/lost, as you'll find all of the latest news about the upcoming final series, gossips, interviews, all sorts of great stuff. So until 2010, namaste.
It was rather good.